both sides, the Crusaders, the Crusader fans always bring out a nice crowd no matter where the Crusaders go. And of course, Madonna, a big Madonna family, and they've got a lot of people following them as they do every year. And I see a familiar face in the stand tonight, the former head coach of the Madonna Blue Dogs, Rich D'Antilli, and Rich is up there, and we waved hi to him a little bit ago, and maybe we can get him down here to join us for the second half if possible. But nonetheless, we have basketball at hand here for you. Justin Shepard will jump center against Connor. And we have one courtside here. We'll offensively score table, and it's controlled by the Crusaders. Miller gets the ball, goes to Claus. Claus all in on the left side. He'll take a shot. He's going to get a big cuddle inside. So it's looking good. Dave Tuttle. And a layup for Dave Tuttle for the first basket of the night for the Crusaders and Dave Tuttle. Jeff Robinson with the basketball against the man-to-man defense of the Crusaders. And Frank Smith said, yeah, we have to do it because not only do they have Jason Leslie, they got some other guys who can play the game. And Robinson tries to go baseline. Pretty decent defense. Set up there by the Crusaders. They steal the basketball away. Put the ball ahead to Dave Tuttle. 4-0 now. The Crusaders lead the Blue Dons. Might have been a little bit of a foul call there, but no call made. And the Crusaders come with the basketball. But Madonna, Robinson, the senior leading the offense. Just off the crane on the left wing. He'll look for Larry Carey, nothing there. So he will get up to Jason Leslie. He'll bring it to the other side of the floor. Leslie, the junior scoring machine of the Blue Dons. Inside or outside the wing goes to Robinson. Back over to the other side. Inside he goes to Crane. He'll go to the hoop. He gets the jump off to Shepard. His shot is no good. A rebound taken down by Dave Connor. Connor gets the Claus, and he'll get it off to All West. The playmaker for the Crusaders. All West back to Claus on the left side here to the floor. He'll move the ball. The dribble to the right, left wing, and no. All West going to take a three-pointer up and good by Joe All West. Over up and down the Crusaders lead. And they are 3 for 3 now from the floor. The Blue Dons with the one shot so far on the evening. Jeff Robinson with the basketball. Gets to Gillespie. Gillespie's going to drive into the paint, and a foul call right now on Dave Connor. And Gillespie goes right inside the foul line. The shot is Connor gets on the arm as he shoots the ball. Gillespie will be there for 2 shots.
That's what, Madonna's good behind, and Jason is their go-to man. They need somebody to go to the bucket for them, and that's what happened that time. Although Justin Shepard had a good shot, Madonna ran a good weave the last time down to attack the bucket. So look for them to try to pound the ball inside a little bit.
And Gillespie's first shot is up and good by Jason Gillespie. Jason is an 82% free throw shooter, and he has been to the line an awful lot since he has been there 118 times. And the second shot for Gillespie is up and in, and the Blue Dons are on the scoreboard at 7-2 now, as they will give you some three-quarter court pressure. They're going to go into their man-to-man defensive set now, are the Blue Dons. And, it looks like they're in a 1-3-1. Man-to-man out front, and Claus with the basketball. He'll take the three-pointer from the left wing up. He's no good. The rebound fought for, taken down by Gillespie. Up ahead to Stevie Crane. It's the basketball. It's a 1-on-3, so Crane will pull it back out. He'll get it to Jeff Robinson. He'll take the three-pointer from the top again. No good. Rebound Connor. And Connor says, get out of here. I'm going to get it to Allett. And Allett comes across the timeline. Down the floor he goes. And Connor, Allett puts the shot up over, tries over Robinson. Shot up, no good. Rebound. Nice job of the box out there by Justin Shepard. And Aaron Miller's going to go over his back. So it's going to be a foul on Aaron Miller. And the Blue Dogs will have the basketball via possession. Which Robinson will trigger it into Crane.
Which Coach Fargo was looking for tonight, Phil. He didn't want to get into a full-court running game with them because he's going to try to keep it low tempo down to a half-court game. He figures he can play this team half-court, but he doesn't want their speed to beat them.
Andy Carey will take his first shot from the corner. Three-point range up to no good. Rebound fought for and taken down finally. Who has it? Aaron Miller's the last to touch it. And Madonna will have it. A couple of Blue Dons got a hand on it. Stevie Crane had a hand on it. He is the rebound machine at 5'9" for the Blue Dons. And the ball comes into Larry Carey, being guarded by Aaron Miller. And Jojo Allett on Jeff Robinson. Crane with the basketball. Crane looks to the corner to the left here. Says, no, we're not going to give it to him yet, but we're going to give it to Jason now. Leslie going to drive into the paint. He gets the shot up and no good. Rebound taken down by Miller. And Miller gets all that up the court. Forward comes to Connor. And Connor's going in. And it's Jason Leslie blocks the shot and the whistle blows. And I don't know about that one, Al.
Well, from our vantage point here, Phil, we're at courtside, as you mentioned. We were down on the floor. We're not looking down at this particular play, and it looks like he caught the ball from our angle, but
And this is probably the worst seat in the house. The coaches have the worst seat in the house. We have the second worst. So Connor will be at the free throw line. He'll be shooting 2 shots. First one's up, no good. But Bill Bluster made the call, so I have to believe it because this guy's been around for an awful long time. He was officiating before I was on Earth, so second one is up and good. I think he used to drop the game after every basket, take the ball out of the basket when they used to have the closed-in baskets. They had the beach basket, huh? So up the court comes Crane, almost has it thrown away, and a jump ball is called. And it'll be the Blue Dogs basketball via the alternating possession, or by virtue of, whichever you'd like to say. So let's see, take the basketball out of bounds. 8-2 your score. The Crusaders lead 5-10 to go here in the first quarter. And the ball comes into Robinson zone, knocked out of bounds by all that. The Blue Dogs will try to go one more time. From right on the sidelines on the side that we're on. We're opposite the score table on the benches. So Tony Robinson comes to the corner. Robinson looks for the carry. The carry looks inside. Nothing there. Back to Robinson in the corner. And Jump will take it, bring it up to the wing. Gets to D'Alessio. And D'Alessio looks for the carry. Gets to Larry. And Larry's going to drive. And he'll take the pull-up jumper from about 15. And the carry hits his first of the evening. 8-4 your score. 4:51 to go. All right with the basketball being guarded by DeCarry. 1-3-1 zone for Blue Dogs. DeCarry is the zone. D'Alessio in the middle. Trainer and Robinson the wings and Shepard in the back of the 1-3-1. They're going to look to trap a little bit and see what they can do. But cross court pass and taken out of bounds right here in front of us. And I can't reach the ball down the steps it goes. Sorry, Bill. I would have got it if I could. But I don't have those 50-foot long arms anymore.
Sorry, they're giving everybody a break here now.
Except Bill.
So they cut, Madonna's cut the lead in the half now. It's 8-4. This is another good possession for them coming down the floor. It's not imperative they score, but would put a little bit more pressure back on Central.
And Robinson with the basketball. Gets it off to DeCarry. DeCarry looks inside. Nothing there. And it back to Robinson on the right wing. Robinson looks inside. Nothing there. Nothing there. And they're going to get it to D'Alessio. Ooh, almost going away by Connor. D'Alessio's going to try to take it. It's not to Crane out. He'll take a fake and bring it right inside 3-point land. And Stevie Crane hits it. It's a 6:4:09 to go here in the first quarter. Allett with the basketball. JoJo, a very good ball handler. Gets the claws back to JoJo Allett, the senior playmaker of the Crusaders. Against the 1-3-1, they have a 2-foot. 2-1-2 offense. And Allett will take the three-pointer. It's up and good. Got to get a hand in his face because he can shoot the basketball. And if I recall correctly, he did this to the Blue Dogs the last time they played. He had a number of three-pointers in the first half, and they practically shut him down.
He has a good stroke on the ball, Phil.
Inside it comes D'Alessio. D'Alessio counters with 2. 11-8 your score. 3:37 now to go. And Allett with the basketball. 1-3-1. And they're going to try to trap it. They get it down inside to Connor. He fakes and gets a baseline drive and gets the ball up and in. And Connor makes the 13-8 basketball game. The Crusaders leading. Robinson with the basketball. In the corner goes, right corner to D'Alessio. Back out to DeCarry at the point. And Larry's going to drive, and nothing there. He gets to jump Robinson on the left wing. Robinson now with the ball, being guarded by Allett. And as long as they let him get away with that pushing, he's going to do it. But that's the way it's going to go on both sides. So
it's consistent, Phil, so that's what you have to look for.
The high post that goes to Justin Shepard. His shot is up to no good. A rebound taken down by Claus. Almost thrown away by Larry DeCarry. But Claus keeps control of the basketball, and he gets to JoJo. And JoJo will bring him across the timeline. And JoJo with the basketball. In the corner it goes to Connor, left corner here. Back out to JoJo Allett. He'll take the three-pointer up and good by JoJo Allett. And I'm going to have to go to a man-to-man if I'm George Fargo. It's 16-8 now. Or something, because I tell you what, you can't let it go to Connor and Allett. They stay on the same side. Connor is very proficient at driving the basketball to the basket. And Allett is extremely proficient at shooting it. And it comes to DeCarry. Back to Robinson, and he'll come against Allett. And Allett is going to meet him at three-quarter court. JoJo says, I'm going to make you go left, Jeff. But Jeff says, no, you're not. I'm going right. Now he switches back, and he fakes, and now he gets to Crane. Crane with the basketball. He's going to drive, and he goes into the paint, and around Claus, shot up and no good. A rebound taken down by Connor, and Crane almost steals it away, but Connor keeps on hold of it. It's to Allett. Allett with the basketball. 1-2-2 it looks like now for the Blue Dogs, and Justin Shepard knocks the basketball away, but Dave Tuttle comes down with it, and he's going to put the shot up and in. 8-8 now, you score. The Crusaders lead the Blue Dogs. Crane with the basketball. He looks inside the three-point line. Back out to Robinson. He'll set the offense. Man-to-man defense by the Crusaders. On the wing it comes to DeCarry. DeCarry looks inside. Nothing there. It's to Crane. Crane looks inside now. Brings it over to the right wing. It's to D'Alessio on the right wing. Jason with the ball. And Jason looks and gets to Shepard in the right corner, back to D'Alessio. And D'Alessio is going to right inside the three-point land, take a shot up, it's good. 1-2 points, 18-10 your score. Jason D'Alessio lights up the scoreboard for the Blue Dons. Up the quarter coming, JoJo all up with the basketball. Jared Smith puts the check into the ball game for the Blue Dons. The 1-2-2 zone, and inside it comes the high post to Aaron Miller over Dave Tuttle. Dave Tuttle's going to hit a short jumper from right at the right elbow, and that makes it a 10-point game, 20-10 your score. Crusaders lead the Blue Dons. Robinson with the basketball against JoJo Allett. Almost has it stolen away. Gets to Shepard. Shepard from the free throw line. Shot up no good. A rebound punt for it. Taken down by Connor. And Connor gets Allett. Allett up before he comes. They're going to run with the basketball out of the Crusaders. And he shovels the ball half forward, but out of the reach of Tuttle and into the basketball game for the Blue Dons comes Russell Berger and Justin Shepard. And they will replace Larry DeCarrier, Russell Berger, and Jared Smith, replacing Justin Shepard and Larry DeCarrier.
And Mark Barilla came in for Aaron Miller for the Crusaders during timeout too. So.
And Barilla also into the basketball game for the Crusaders. Jeff Robinson is called for the travel, and the pass came off, and he got a couple steps down before he could get the ball down, and it's another turnover. The Crusaders have the ball, 20-10 lead for Catholic Central. I'm sure they'll go for one shot as there's 32 seconds to go on the clock. The Blue Dons will go to the man-to-man defense now. Connor with the basketball, it's right elbow, looks for Tuttle. Tuttle's going to take it from the left elbow. His shot no good, a rebound taken down, but Russell Berger gets it out to Jeff Robinson. 8-17, 16 seconds, so plenty of time for the Blue Dons. Let's see with the basketball now. Being guarded by Dave Connor. Dave D'Alessio, he'll take it right inside three-point land. Shot up no good, a rebound front for it, but Barilla has it. He gets the claws, and claws across the timeline. He'll take the shot from there, it's up no good. And that's going to do it for the first quarter of play with your scores. It's Central 20, Madonna 10. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
For all your information.
And the Crusaders will have the basketball first. I'll let you Tuttle. Dave Tuttle gets the man-to-man defense to the Blue Dons. Now Dave Connor with the basketball. Gets it over the claws. Claws back to Allett. Allett drive into the paint. His shot is up and good. Left-handed shot by the left-handed point guard. And Crusaders put the first 2 points of the second quarter on the board as they did the first 2 points of the first quarter. Madonna with the basketball. 22-10 your score. The Crusaders lead. The Blue Dons. Jeff Robinson being guarded by Allett. And let's see. Comes to Crane. Crane now will set the offense. Being guarded by Benji Claus. Crane gets inside the three-point land. He gets to D'Alessio. And D'Alessio will go up with the basketball. No good. He gets the rebound. He puts the second shot up and a foul called on Dave Tuttle. And D'Alessio beat the free throw line once again. And this is something Frank Spence said about Jason D'Alessio. He said, I hope nobody takes this the wrong way. He said, because, you know, he was talking to me, and I've coached against Frank, and Frank's a good coach and a good guy. He said, D'Alessio not only is he's a very good and smooth basketball player, but he gets a lot of garbage points. And when you say garbage points to a coach, that's something different than to a regular person. He said, Jason, if you're guarding him man-to-man, and you're trying to box him out, you better concentrate on where he is all the time, because if you don't, he's going to be over there, and you're still going to be standing here, and he's going to get the basketball, put it back in the basket, and that's what he means by garbage points.
Well, Jason, he hits both of his free throws to cut the lead to 22-12, and that's exactly what he is. All your good ball players are always around the basketball.
And D'Alessio cuts the lead again, as we said, and Allett trying to drive into the paint, being guarded by DeCarrier. The foul is called on Larry DeCarrier. Starting the second quarter here. See for the Crusaders, Tuttle, Connor, Allett, Barilla, and Claus. For the Blue Dons, it's Jared Smith, Berger. Crane is started to carry it in. And a three-pointer by Allett up and no good. The rebound comes down to Connor. His shot is up and no good, and a foul called. That's going to be on D'Alessio, and if that's on D'Alessio, that's number 2. As you get Jared Smith, Jason D'Alessio, Jeff Robinson, Larry DeCarrier, and Russell Berger in the basketball game right now for the Blue Dogs. Number 2 on D'Alessio, and Connor will be at the free throw line shooting 2 shots.
There's been 5 fouls called so far this first half, Bill, and 4 of them have been shooting fouls.
So, Madonna, I know, has been to the line 2 times, and so has, in fact, it's the same 2 people. D'Alessio's been to the line, he's got 4 free throws, and Connor's got 4 free throws, with the 4th one coming up now. He hits the first one, and the second one is up no good. A rebound front for it. Let's see who has it. Allett comes out with it. He puts the shot up and in. It's a 25-12 basketball game now with 7 minutes to go in the first half of play. Robinson with the basketball. Up the court he comes. Against JoJo Wallette. Jeff Robinson is going to drive into the paint. He's going to take it himself up and no good. Rebound taken down by Tuttle, and a little bit out of control that time, Jeff Robinson. But the senior trying to do something to spark his team, and Wallette comes in right inside three-point land. He takes the shot up and no good. Rebound taken down by DeLessio, and he gets it off to Jeff Robinson. And Robinson, the playmaker of the Blue Dons. DeLessio has the basketball. Gets to Jared Smith. He'll take the shot from the free throw line. But good by Jared Smith. And Jared, who is averaging right now for the Blue Dons about 3.5 a game, the kid can shoot the basketball. And Wallette with the basketball. Gets it off to Tuttle. Tuttle with the right elbow. Back to Connor at the left elbow. And Connor gets to Barilla. Barilla at the right elbow. He'll take the shot up and in by Dave Connor. And the Blue Dons are going to have to switch or do something because they are getting beat and picked off big time by the Crusader offense. And up to the court now comes the carry. Gets it off to Robinson. Robinson will set the offense. So Jeff will set the offense of the Blue Dons. Gets it off to Brady. Swing to Russell Berger, and now in the right corner, Larry Carey. Larry's going to take the three-point shot up and no good. Rebound, fought for, and it's going to come out of the pack. It's going to be Wallette, and he looks up the court for something's there. JoJo Wallette with the basketball. Larry Carey guarding him. And he gets it off to Connor. Connor with the right elbow, off to Tuttle with the left elbow. Tuttle looks inside to Claus, and Claus puts the shot up and it's in, but it's fouled before the shot. Into the basketball game now, Vince Urso will report in for the Blue Dons.
That last foul was on Jeff Robinson, Phil. That's his first, team's fourth.
And Urso comes in for Russell Berger, and the 2-3 zone for the Blue Dons. They cleared it out very well to the Crusaders, and Dave Connor right down the middle of the paint, wide open, and puts the ball up and in. 29-14, your score. The Crusaders lead the Blue Dons. Larry Carey with the basketball. Gets it off to Jeff Robinson. Robinson now with the basketball, and he will take the three-pointer. It's up and good from three-point range by Jeff Robinson, and this kid can make things happen. The senior point guard for the Blue Dons, 29-17 your score. Wallette with the basketball, gets it off to Claus. Claus gets the 1-2-2 zone of the Blue Dons. Claus will get in the corner to Connor. Dave Connor with the basketball, back out to Claus on the wing. He will get it out to Wallette. Now Wallette's going to take the three-point shot. He takes it way down. He's taking them almost from NBA range, and it goes up and in from JoJo Wallette. And that's got to be a bundle of points for Wallette so far in the first half.
Robinson has 16 points, Phil.
16 points for Wallette. And Robinson's going to take the two-pointer from baseline. No good. A rebound taken down by Barilla. Wallette with the ball up the floor. Way up ahead. Everybody is Connor, and Connor puts the shot in. Up and in. It's 34-17 now. And George Fargo says, I want to time out, and he gets it. It's a score. 2:56 remains here in the first half of play. 34-17 your score. The Crusaders lead. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
If you find yourself perplexed by what is and isn't right under the law, perhaps you need to speak with an attorney. Attorney Lawrence Mennypenny can help you answer your legal questions. He can untangle the maze and give you answers and advice in terms you understand. Lawrence Mennypenny can assist you in your legal problems, whether you live in West Virginia, Pennsylvania, or North Carolina. So team up with attorney.
Craft Haven has what you need to make it a little more special. Craft Haven in the Kmart Shopping Plaza in Weirton.
Welcome back to courtside at Jefferson County Civic Arena. The Blue Dons with the basketball first, and a foul called on the bench. Called on Claus, and somebody behind us saying you can't see that far, but I wouldn't say it. Well, you can't hear either, so it doesn't make any difference. Everybody else don't going to ignore him. Blue Dons get a foul called, and let's see who has the basketball. Reina with the basketball now, and he tries to get it inside, thrown away by Tuttle. Tuttle gets it up front to Wallette. Wallette makes a nice move with the basketball inside the paint. It goes up to no good. Rebound taken down by Jared Smith. And Jared gets it up court to Stevie Crane. Crane with the basketball, tries to get it into the paint. Gets it back out to Robinson. Back to Jared Smith, and he'll take the 15-footer. No good. Rebound taken down by Dave Connor. Connor with the ball. Now he gets it off the closet. Claus will bring it across the sideline. Man-to-man defense being played by the Blue Dons. Wallette with the basketball. Wallette gets it to Barilla. Barilla being guarded by Urso. Barilla on the right wing. Back to Connor. He tries to go inside with it. It's blocked away. And Claus comes out with it. He carried the basketball, and nobody saw it except me. And rebound is taken and fought for. Let's see who comes out. D'Alessio comes out with the basketball. It's to Urso, gets to Robinson, who gets it up to Jared Smith, and he'll go into the paint with the basketball. Up and good by Jared Smith, and they need a big game. Something big. George told us before the game he wants something big out of, two or four people. And that is Smith, Shepard, Urso, and Berger, and Robinson steals the basketball. Up the court he comes. Oh, this is control. He's got to pull it out. Gets it inside to D'Alessio. His shot is up and good by Jason D'Alessio. 34-21 your score. The Blue Dogs on the comeback. Right here, let's see, they're looking at Jojo Wallett as he appears to be. The poor kid went down in the Madonna game. And he's a nice, good athlete. It looks like he just may have aggravated a scab or something on his hand, and I think he's okay. He appears to be checking something with his right hand, and Stevie Crane goes, you're all right, Joe. You're a gamer, buddy.
I think he just split on the floor, and his floor so bad, Phil, he probably ended up with a splinter in it.
7 or 8 splinters. In the basketball game, Justin Shepard comes back for the Blue Dogs, and the ball comes into Wallett from Barilla. And Jojo, the gamer that he is, up the court he comes against the man-to-man defense. Jeff Robinson guarding Jojo Wallett as Jojo guards Jeff when he's got the basketball. Roller with the ball, gets it inside the Claus. He's going to take a shot up over to Crane. Up no good. The rebound was taken out by Connor, but knocked away by Shepard into the hands of Robinson. He gets to D'Alessio, and D'Alessio is going to try to go baseline. Up in the air as Connor shuts it off, but he gets the shot off, and Jared Smith is now the rebound. His shot's up no good. The rebound fought for it, finally brought down by Dave Connor. And Connor looks for Wallett, and he gets it back to Benji Claus. And Claus is going to get it to Jojo. Jojo with the basketball. Up to 40 comes over the sideline against Jeff Robinson, the man-to-man defense of the Blue Dogs. And out the corner goes to Barilla. Barilla going to bring it back, and he gets to Connor at the elbow. At the right elbow, back over to left elbow to Connor now. Or to Claus, and over the tunnel at the right elbow. They're running what is known as the flex offense. And Wallett with it now at the right elbow. Back over to Connor at the left elbow. What they do is they screen inside for the man coming opposite the ball so they can come toward the basketball and try to get an open, easy layup. And Claus now with the basketball. Less than 5 seconds. 4. And a foul called as the ball knocked away from Benji Claus. And with 3 seconds, Claus is going to go to the free throw line. And oh my, the Crusaders ran the clock, and they were able to get the basketball as D'Alessio is going to come out of the game. Smart move by George Fargo. As D'Alessio with 2 free throws, you don't want him getting one here with 3 seconds, or 2 fouls. You want to get one here with 2 seconds to go. So let's see what's going to happen. Claus has the basketball. He will shoot 2 shots. Mike Salt says, yeah, you got him in 2 shots. And the first one is up and good for Benji Claus. Makes it a 35-21 basketball game. The Crusaders lead. Now Benji Claus will get the second shot. That's the basketball. Puts it in the air, grabs it, and puts it up. And it's good also. 36-21 of the Blue Dogs. Up the court comes the basketball. Stolen away by David Connor, and he's going to try. Whoa, long struggle right in the hands of Bill Palisto, and that's going to be the end of the first half of play. What's your scores? Steubenville Central 36, Madonna 21. We'll be back with all the halftime goodies after this 2 minutes.
Halftime is the Steubenville Central Crusaders 36 and the Weirton Madonna Blue Dogs 21. Madonna Blue Dogs came out a little flat after their last 2 losses they've come out with, and Coach George Wargo, this was what he didn't want to get into, was get into a running game with Steubenville Central, and what it ended up being is Central just taking the ball off the glass, getting it down the floor as quick as possible. What Coach Wargo was hoping for was to get into some type of half-court game with them. To give you some of the halftime statistics, leading the way for the visiting Madonna Blue Dogs, Jason D'Alessio has 3 field goals. He's 4 for 4 from the free throw line for a total of 10 points. He also has 2 fouls. Stevie Crane has 1 field goal, no free throws, 2 points. He has 1 foul. Jeff Robinson, 1 field goal, no free throws. His field goal was a tray. He has 3 points. He has 1 foul. Larry DeCarey has been pretty quiet here in his first half. He has 1 field goal, no free throws. He has 2 points, and he has 1 foul. And Jared Smith, 2 field goals for 4 points and no fouls for a total of 21. For the homestanding Catholic Central Crusaders, Jojo Wallett is tickling the twine for the Catholic Central Crusaders here 4 of them are three-pointers. He has a total of 16 points. Dave Connors, 4 field goals, 2 for 4 from the foul line, total of 10 points, and he has 1 foul. Benji Claus has 2 field goals and 1 foul for a total of 2 points. Dave Tuttle, 3 field goals, 1 foul for a total of 6. And Mark Barilla, 1 field goal, no fouls for a total of 2 points. So that gives the Crusaders 36 and the Madonna Blue Dons 21. Madonna played this game similarly the last time the two teams met. They were down by 17 points at this juncture in the game, and they came back strong to end up winning the game in regulation time, scoring 91 points. But Madonna can't afford to do that every single game that they're going. The first half has usually been their Achilles heel. They come back out strong the second half, with the exception of the Wellsville game where they only scored 9 points in the third quarter. The third quarter seems to be their strongest point for them in the second half, and then the fourth quarter is where they catch the teams and then pass them. So I know that Coach Vargo is really looking, has to get in there at halftime, get the right combination. He tried a couple things so far with different personnel in the ball game to see if he can shake what the Crusaders are doing. If they can come out here in the second half and shut down JoJo Arlett, I really think the Blue Dogs can get back into the ball game very easily, and force other players to beat them.
That's what happened the last time the two teams met. As you said, they were down 11 points at halftime. I got it 51-40. Right now, they're down by 15. They cannot outscore somebody big time. They have proved that in the past, and they can do it really bad now. So what you got to look for at this juncture of time is the Madonna's got to go in, regroup a little bit, get their defense. No, that's the part of it. The game is really giving them the most problems. I mean, they're on pace here. They've got 21 points. Offensively, they're not doing a great job either. That's a pace of 42, and they're averaging in the 60s, around 67 or 68 points a game. Somebody asked me for my sheet. I don't have it. Madonna's averaging around 69 points a game. So they're not on par with their offense either, but the defense is a big key. They've got to get Central, roll back a little bit, stop the easy shots that are going on, because Central gets too many easy shots, too many second shots, a lot of points off second shots. While Madonna comes down and gets, more often than not, one shot is basket.
Well, that's the case. And Madonna, what Central's doing is they're picking up high still. They're not letting them attack the bucket like they did the first game. They're not letting them drive to the bucket to try to pick up whether it be an easy bucket or get fouled, to get to the foul line. And Central, they've been playing tough man-to-man. I can say one thing to the officials, they're calling the game both ways. They're letting the players play. They really are. I mean, if you're coming down and guys leaning on each other, and I can't say that he's favored one side or the other. Absolutely not. They're letting the kids play the ball game, and in total, there was 5 fouls called against Madonna and 4 against Catholic Central. The only thing is, 5 of those 9 fouls put the guys at the free throw line. So it's just everything was in the act of shooting. And the big key, again, has been JoJo Arlett, where when they get in trouble, even for Central, when things bog down, when they're trying to run that weave, when they're trying to run that flex offense, to try to break guys free, they look for him. They kick the ball back out, hit him at the top of the key, and a couple of three-pointers have been well beyond the three-point line. You're talking in some cases he may have been 10 feet or more beyond. I mean, he's way down shooting these baskets, and he's really been doing a great job for the Central Crusaders. So Frank Spence has to be happy with what his team is doing, but he can't afford a letdown. On the other hand, Coach Vargo had to get his team in, regroup, say, this is what we're going to do the second half. We have to get everybody in the offense again. Jason has his 10 points. He's averaging 25. He's on course to end up getting his 20, 25 points. Larry DeCaria, Stevie Green, and Jeff Robinson all have to step up, and then he needs somebody to come off the bench. Every game you look for someone to be your surprise man, someone to come in and say, I can contribute 10 points. And as you mentioned, beginning of the game, Bill, it's Coach Spence said he basically wins the ball game when Benji Claus ends up with double points and double figures, and Benji has 2 points here at halftime. So he's not been a factor, but he doesn't have to be.
Let's hope that continues, and that trend continues. as far as the Blue Dons are concerned.
Absolutely. So I'm sure Coach Varga went in and made his halftime adjustments, and he knows his players, he knows his personnel. It's just a matter of getting the right people in the right spot and then turning them loose. You have so many fouls to give when you're out there, you have to give them and just go attack the bucket.
Well, these kids know how to come back. I mean, they've been behind before numerous times. You know, they came out to start the season off 10-0. They've come upon some rough times the last couple of games. They lost to a very good Bergenstown team. They had Bergen. Okay, we're back here at the Jefferson County Civic Arena, about to start the second half. The Blue Dons will have the basketball first. Celestia, Urso, Shepard, DeCaria, and Robinson on the floor. And DeCaria hits a three-pointer right away to pull the Blue Dons back within 12 at 36-24. For the Crusaders, Allett, Claus, Miller, Tuttle, and Connor in the basketball game. Allett gets off to Claus on the right wing. Man-to-man defense, or is it? And Dave Connor hits about an 18-footer from the wing. So it's 38-24 now. Let's see what the Blue Dons win defensively. I just didn't turn down there quite quick enough. DeCaria's going to shoot another one from three-point land. He hits it, and it's up and good. And Larry DeCaria, 38-27 now. And the Blue Dons with a man-to-man defense. Picking up pretty much three-quarter court here are the Blue Dons. All over the basketball against Larry DeCaria. And he's going to stick to Claus. Claus looks inside, nothing there. He's going to get it to Tuttle. Tuttle's going to shoot the shot up, no good. Rebound fought for, taken down by Jason Alessio. He gets it off to Jeff Robinson, and the Blue Dons can get it underneath 10 right here. Robinson with the basketball. Man-to-man defense being played by the Crusaders. Larry DeCaria now with the basketball. On the right wing, he's going to drive against Claus, and he gets it to Robinson, now to Shepard. Shepard at the free throw line. Gets it back to Jeff Robinson. Oh, it's thrown away. And was it go out of bounds? No. Allett has the basketball. He's going to put it all the way to the hoop and put the ball up and in. Goes the basketball. 40-27 your score. And a long pass by Justin Shepard and Stevie Crane back into the basketball game now for the Blue Dons. Who's he going to come in for? He'll come in for Shepard. So George is going to talk to Justin Shepard now. Nice and easy. Up the court it comes. Larry DeCaria the basketball on the right wing. Larry off to Jeff Robinson. Jeff with the basketball. Gets to DeCaria. Oh, and it goes off Larry and out of bounds. As Larry looked like he was ready to shoot the basketball before he had it out. And another turnover for the Blue Dons. Allett with the basketball. Up the court he comes. Man-to-man defense being played by the Blue Dons. JoJo Allett, 40-27 your score. The Crusaders lead here in the third quarter of play. Connor's going to take the shot from the left elbow. Up and no good. Rebound fought for. Allett comes out with it. He takes the shot up and in, and he's fouled. I believe Larry DeCaria is going to be called for the foul. Yes, it is indeed. And Allett will be at the free throw line. He'll be shooting one shot. That's number 2 on Larry. And this will be Allett's first trip to the free throw line. And this kid is deadly from wherever he shoots the basketball from. JoJo puts the left-handed shot up and good by JoJo Allett. 43-27 now your score. The Crusaders lead. DeCaria with the basketball being guarded by Miller. Takes it into the paint. Up and no good. Rebound fought for and taken down by Tuttle. Oh, but almost thrown away by Kratovich. Claus gets it back and up the court he comes. And Claus going to take the shot inside the paint. Up no good. He gets the rebound. Shot up and good by Benji Claus. And you got to box that Blue Dons. And up the court it comes. Larry DeCaria with the basketball. DeCaria. And he looks for Urso, and Urso going to fake and take the shot up and good, but then Urso from right inside the paint, inside the left elbow. But then Urso puts the shot up and good, 45-29 your score. Allett with the basketball. And Allett into the paint he goes, and he puts the roller up, no good, rebound taken down by Connor, and a foul on the shot up to the basket by Vince Urso. And fellas, you got not to get beat. I mean, it's tough. I can sit here and say it all I want. I can tell you that right now because it's easy to sit over here and say, don't let him beat you. But boy, I know that's a great player. But you got to contain him.
They have to get a body on someone, Phil. They're losing track of where their guys are. So that's who's sneaking in, getting that second and third shot. The first shot's not killing them now. It's the second, third opportunities. Madonna went down and traded a couple times down the floor, picked up a couple points, but they're right back where they started from now.
And Connor puts up both free throws up and good. It's 47-29, so they're out to an 18-point lead are the Crusaders. Jeff Robinson with the basketball. And he looks like he's on the right side of the floor. Looks to go into the paint. He drives into the paint, puts the shot up off the glass, and no good. Rebound taken down by Dave Tuttle. And Tuttle's going to get it off to Claus, and Claus will turn the ball up to the court. He comes, and it's being a break. The Blue Dons run into each other and go down. And I believe Dave Connor came out with the basketball and out with the basket. And Crane now with the basketball. He'll drive, and he gets it off to Robinson. Robinson now will drive into the paint. He gets the shot or pass off, and who did he get it to? I don't know who he got the shot to. But Connor's going to draw the personal foul. Alessio was the one who had the basketball. The shot did not fall, but he will get 2 free throws here. Will Jason Alessio. Alessio at the free throw line. Bill Palisso, Mike Falfroshi, the officials in tonight's basketball game, have done a very nice job here tonight of keeping control of this game and calling the fouls and so forth in his basketball game. And Alessio puts the first shot up and good. And Alessio bounces the basketball once, twice. Looks to the front of the rim, puts the shot up. Good by Jason Alessio. And it goes all that with the basketball. And he's going to drive into the paint, and he gets it off to Connor, and you can't continue to let this happen. The Crusaders are scoring at will, and at 51-31 now, a 20-point lead by the Crusaders. Jeff Robinson with the basketball. Gets it to DeCaria. DeCaria being guarded. And gets right inside the paint, up no good. A rebound taken down by Aaron Miller. The Blue Dons are getting one shot, and Crusaders are only getting one shot, but there's the layup. And Claus coming up the floor, and a foul called. It's going to be on Stevie Crana.
That's his second, team third. And it seems like every foul that they're calling here has been shooting foul except this one, because he fouled him way at the top of the key.
And Justin Shepard will be into the basketball game. It might not be a bad idea to get a timeout here. But the Blue Dons elect not to, and the ball comes out to Aulette. The man-to-man defense still being played by the Blue Dons, and Aulette will... Oh, he goes... Oh, and he... and I don't know about that. I have to disagree with that one. And Stevie Crana, when Aulette went to shoot the basketball, Stevie Crana jumps out of the gym and had his hand all over the basketball, and a foul called, and I don't know if I agree with that one.
That's the first call we've disagreed with all night, Phil, and I agree with you. I thought he had all ball to play.
And Aulette sinks the first one of the 2 free throws. That's a 1940 foul there. I ought to tell you something out there, folks. Second one's up and no good, and a rebound taken down by D'Alessio. And D'Alessio gets to Crana, and up the floor comes the Blue Dons. Being guarded by Aulette is Crana. And Crana gets it off to... Oh, I don't know if I'd call that a walk either. I don't know that I agree with that one either. He didn't have control of the basketball.
No one had it.
And if you don't have control of the basketball, you certainly can't travel with it. But it doesn't count what I think. 2-2-1 zone press being played now by the Blue Dons. So Georgie Vargo trying everything, trying to pull out all the stops here. 52-31 your score. The Crusaders lead. And Claus, and he gets it up to Miller, who gets it inside to Tuttle, whose shot doesn't go, but he gets his own rebound, and he puts the ball up and in, and Justin Shepard commits the foul.
That's a 4th team foul, and that's the first one on Shepard, and
as our good friend who has the bald head and one eye would say, get it to you, baby, you gotta get it to you. You're not going to do you any good if you take him home. And Tuttle puts the free throw up but good. And into the basketball game comes Justin Shepard. It's a 55-31 basketball game. And the Blue Dons starting to bicker at each other a little bit. You got to get them over and get them settled down. It's about that time. Up the court they come. Alessio with the basketball. Looks inside, nothing here, nothing there. And back out to Robinson to reset the offense. Jeff Robinson with the basketball. Gets it to DeCaria. Now Reese looks inside, gets to Jared Smith, and his shot is up and no good. A rebound fought for. Let's see who's going to come out with it. It's going to be Benji Claus. The ball bounced around. And Benji Claus comes out with the basketball, and he'll bring it up the court. Gets it to Aulette. Aulette against the man-to-man defense of the Blue Dons. Gets it off to Connor, and Connor looks inside. No, he looks at Tuttle on the Right elbow, back over to Miller on the left elbow. Miller looks to Allett in the corner. His shot is up and no good. And let's see, the ball's going to go out of bounds. And who does it belong to? It belongs to the Crusaders. Last touch on one of the Blue Dons. Aaron Miller will trigger the basketball back in. And let's see, gets it to Allett. And Allett with the basketball. Being guarded by Larry DiCaria. And Allett. He will go into the paint, and his shot is up pretty good for JoJo Allett. This kid is a nice shooter. And up the court they come. The Blue Dons, Jeff Robinson with the basketball. Robinson. And let's see, the foul going to be called on JoJo Allett. And the Blue Dons faithful across the hair going, having a kind of a snide cheer.
Well, I mean, he's been consistent with that call, Phil. He's been letting go on both ends, so
no question about it. And Barilla in the game for the Crusaders, and the ball thrown away by the Blue Dons and intercepted by Claus. He gets it up the court to Connor, and Connor puts it up and in, and it's a 59-31 basketball game. The Crusaders lead the Blue Dons, and D'Alessio with the basketball. Take the baseline jumper up, no good. Rebound fought for, and all the way out to Jeff Robinson, and Robinson with the basketball. He looks and gets to DiCaria, but too far for DiCaria, and up the floor when it comes Claus, and he'll put it up and in, and I'm telling you, well, Georgie's going to call a timeout now with the score 61-31. 2:01 to go here in the third quarter of play. The Crusaders lead. We'll be back in 6 seconds.
If you find yourself perplexed by what is and isn't right under the law, perhaps you need to speak with an attorney. Attorney Lawrence.
You can get my face on here. Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Haven in the Kmart Shopping Plaza in Weirton. Show your sweetheart how much you care with a heart-shaped wreath from Craft Haven. And Craft Haven has new ribbon in for Valentine's Day and Easter. Get an early start on all your Easter crafts. Whatever the occasion, Craft Haven has what you need to make it a little more special. Craft Haven in the Kmart Shopping Plaza in Weirton.
Welcome back to the Jefferson County Civic Arena. Into the ball game now for the Blue Dons is freshman Ryan Virtue. So Ryan, see if he's a shooter and a ball handler. See if he can get something done here. And let's see. And Jared Smith with the basketball, shot up and no good. And the foul's going to be on Danny Lewis, who's checked in for the Crusaders. So let's see on the floor for the Blue Dons. Jared Smith, Justin Shepard, Larry DiCaria, Jason D'Alessio, and Ryan Virtue, and for the Crusaders, Benji Claus, JoJo Allett, Dave Connor, Mark Barilla, and Danny Lewis. This first shot is up and no good, just a little bit too short by Jared Smith. And the second shot. Jared bounced the basketball 3 times, just in front of the rim, puts the shot up, and it's no good either. And a rebound taken down by Connor as 3 guys close to the basketball for the Crusaders, and the Blue Dons get shut out again from the rebound. Allett with the basketball. Being guarded by DiCaria, and Allett looks way deep to Danny Lewis. The alley-oop up and no good. And let's see who the foul is. The foul called on the play.
I think you're going to call that on
Ryan Virtue, I believe.
That's team 6.
And Russell Berger back into the Blue Don lineup, replacing Jared Smith. So you have Danny Lewis at the free throw line. He'll be shooting 2 shots here. I couldn't tell how the foul occurred because there was about 8 people between us and the basket, or us and the play that occurred, but myself, she's standing right there.
He fouled him on the way up, Phil. What happens when they tried the alley-oop and Virtue tried to push him from getting the ball.
And both free throws hit by Danny Lewis. And Ryan Virtue, the freshman, being guarded by Allett. It's the ball to DiCaria. He'll put the three-pointer up, no good. A rebound taken down by Connor, and it's 1 shot every time down the floor for the Blue Dons. Allett with the basketball. JoJo gets it off to Barilla. Barilla looks inside. Nothing there, nothing there. Gets it off the free throw line to Connor. He'll put it on the left wing to Allett. He'll take a shot and no good. Larry DeCarry now with the basketball. Races toward the basket, and Dave Connor gets down the floor and knocks it away. It shows you how much speed. There's three guys out here, and Connor, Allett, and Claus, who can flat out fly. So Larry will trigger the basketball in. He gets it into D'Alessio. It's thrown away by Connor, and Connor's going the other way with the basketball. And Dave Connor's going to pull it out. He gets it inside to Danny Lewis. This shot's up and good as Danny Lewis. 65-31 your score, and the Blue Dons can't put points on the board. Up the court come the Dons. DeCarry with the basketball. Gets the man-to-man pressure of the Crusaders. Ryan Virtue looks for something to do with it. Oh, it's knocked away by Claus or by Allett, and Connor has the basketball, and Connor has it stripped away by DeCarry, or by D'Alessio, and a foul called on Jason D'Alessio. That's number 3 on Jason. And it's going to be a possession foul.
It's going to be a 1-on-1.
Well, not possession anymore. It's 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter of play. 65-31 your score. And it is going to be a 1-on-1. And for the Blue Dons to come back and win this basketball game, they almost have to shut out the Crusaders defensively. Down 34 points here with a possibility of going down 36. Connor's at the line. He'll be shooting 1 in a bonus. And he puts the first one. It's up no good. A rebound taken down by D'Alessio. And he gets it off to Ryan Virtue. And Virtue up the court he comes. And he gets it over to DeCarry on the other side of the floor. DeCarry's going to shoot the three-pointer. Up no good. A rebound taken out by Justin Shepard. His shot's up no good. Dave Connor comes out of the pack with a basketball. And he gets it to Allett. Allett looks up the floor. He looks over the court. And he drives into the paint, puts up a wild shot, and in it goes. Looks like everything these guys put up, it's going down. And with 3, 2, and 1, and that's the end of the third period of play. With your score, Signal Central 67, Madonna 31. We'll be back in 6 seconds.
When we do business means a great deal to you at Cattrall Ford.
Attention truck buyers, come on down to Cattrall Ford in Weirton.
Matter what the final score. Good luck, Weirton teams from Greco Hertnick Funeral Home. Proud to be a sponsor of tonight's game.
And the Crusaders with the basketball first as Benji Claus has the basketball being guarded by DeCarry. And Claus gets it off to another Aaron Miller, and a shot partially blocked by D'Alessio, and the ball comes down to the Blue Dons, and DeCarry will come up the court with it. Larry, into the paint he goes and puts the shot up no good. Just been that kind of night for the Blue Dons. And Dave Tuttle comes out with a rebound. And he gets to Claus, and Claus up the court it goes to Connor, and he'll get the bunny shot. As Dave Connor puts it up and in, it makes it a 69-31 game. And Frank, you can probably pull your players out of the game now, my friend.
They outscored Madonna 31-10 in that third quarter, Phil.
And Crana going to travel into the paint, and Crana is going to be fouled by Dave Tuttle. I mean, it's a 38-point lead. I don't think Madonna is going to outscore by 38 points with 7:18 to go here in the basketball game. It's possible. It can happen. But I don't think so. Crana with the basketball. Gets the shot up. And it's good. Oh, like, give it a break. And Crana with the second shot up, and good for Stevie Crana. Makes it a 69-33 basketball game. And Allett with the basketball. Up the court he comes. JoJo Allett, and he'll take the shot. And he puts it up and in. There's JoJo Allett. 71-33. Maybe Frank's going for 100. I don't know. Possible. And Connor going to be called for the foul, a hustling foul by Dave Connor. They've been hustling all evening at these Crusaders.
That's number 3 in the team's 5th, so it's a possession foul.
So, let's see. Celestia will trigger the basketball inbounds, and he gets it into DeCaria in the left corner, and DeCaria off to Russell Berger, and the ball almost thrown away by Claus, and a foul called on Benji Claus. Oh, will that be free throws yet?
No, I think it's possession. That's a 16 foul.
Still possession, 16 foul, so and it comes to DeCaria. Larry gets it off to Crana. Crana will take his baseline, and he'll shoot basketball, and this is a call a travel. I don't know where that one came from. I have no idea where that one came from.
That's number 4. If he called did he call a charge or did he call coming out of bounds?
He called a travel.
Travel?
That's why I don't understand where that one came from. And all that goes down to steal or goes down to shoot the ball. Crane knocks it away and gets it back. Hustling play by Crane, and it's really lost. Pointer taken by DeCaria, no good. Rebound taken down by Dave Cottle. And Cottle gets it up to Allett. Allett to Connor. Connor will shoot the baseline shot up and good for Dave Connor. And somebody got in his face, but he still hesitated and got the shot away.
Jason Celestia made him alter his shot, Phil, and he's still on his way down. He put the ball in.
And Benji Claus steals the basketball.
He can't pass the ball himself.
No, he can't. Oh, no, he cannot. He was the last one to touch the ball. It went up the court and it bounced. And he cannot touch it again. He got up the court. He was the first one to touch the ball. I'm going to have to ask Roy Laser about that one tomorrow morning, and he'll be on my show, Ridgejack's Recap. I don't think he can touch that basketball 2 times in a row. I don't know. So we'll have to find out.
He dribbled, lost control of it, threw it down the floor, ran down, and picked it off while it was still in the air. You can't pass the ball here.
Hit the ball, hit the floor a couple times, bounced a couple of times, but I still don't think he can touch it. But that's academic at this point in this basketball game. The ball is thrown away by DeCaria, and then he was out of bounds when he got it back, so he hit it to Dave Tuttle, and Tuttle said, I don't want it, you take it. So the Crusaders will have the basketball in bounds again, and it comes to Aaron Miller. Miller to Dave Connor, and he travels with the basketball, and the Blue Dons will get it back. It's 73-33, and the Crusaders have yet to make but one substitution. They're going to have their starting lineup in the basketball game. Still at this point, with just under 6 minutes to go, somebody call up Frank Spence and tell him the game's over. You can substitute now. And the ball comes over to Ryan Virtue. Virtue gets it inside to Russell Berger, and Berger's going to take a shot at a free, and a whistle blows. How it's called. And I don't mean that derogatory toward Frank. I know they lost a 20-point lead to the Blue Dogs, so he's kind of worried about losing the lead. So somebody call him up and say, Frank, this one's safe. It's 40. You're okay.
No, that's what happens. You get burned at one place, Phil. He figures he shouldn't have lost that last game, so...
You don't have to embarrass somebody. Russell Berger's at the line shooting 2 shots. He makes the first one. And the second one's up, and it's good from Berger. So it's down to a 38-point lead, and the Crusader coaching staff seems to be sweating a little bit. And a double dribble called.
Well, that's why Frank has that towel out over there, Phil. He's wiping all that perspiration off.
Where's Balzano? Hey, Balzano, time the game's over. He can substitute now. The Blue Dogs with the basketball, and Stevie Crane loses control of it. It goes to the Crusaders, and let's see what the call is.
Fourth one on Stevie Crane.
And it's going to be a foul called on Crane. That's number 4 on Stevie. Well, we're down to 5:23. And we don't have a substitutee. And the Blue Dogs are going to call a timeout. See what happens here. Now with that timeout, 5:23 to go in this basketball game. 73-35 your score. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
For all your operation, which will allow R. Castelli Insurance to carry even more coverages of nationally recognized insurance companies. Call 748-4014 for updated information.
And Dave total at the free throw line. He makes both of the 2 free throws. That got to a 40-point lead, and there's still 3 guys on the central bench who have yet to take off their...
Well, you have to check, too, Phil, do they have any time left?
Well,
you know, we see
why
that.
would they be dressed if they have no timeout?
Well, we saw that in one game this year.
This is true. Good point. But why would they be dressed if they have no time?
Russell Berger hit that last shot, Phil.
75-37 now. It's down to a 38-point lead, and there is fear on the faces of the Crusaders. And Claus is going to take it into the paint. Up, no good. Swung away by Urso. Taken out by Berger. Up the court it comes, and ahead to Jared Smith, who gets it out to Ryan Virtue. Ryan, shoot the ball, Ryan. Gets it out to Larry DeCaria, who puts the three-pointer up and in. Larry DeCaria. Oh, they've cut it to 35. Bring out the pressure defense. 4:29 to go, and I'm sorry, folks, but I coached basketball for 10 years, and I never believed in running it up on anybody because I didn't want it done to me, and someday it's going to happen. Happens to everybody. Well, what goes around comes around as Arlette hits another shot. Oh, we're going to have a substitution. Good golly, mark the time down on the clock, and Joe Palisto's going to call a... George Barco is going absolutely bonkers. I have no idea. I think he's pulling it out of the hat now. I have no clue where that one came from. Oh, we're going to get 2 substitutions as Connor and Tuttle are going to leave the game. And in for the Crusaders come Phil Harold and Danny Lewis. Hey, how about that? Well, of course, come the Crusaders. Arlette with the basketball. And Arlette. Let's see. Is he going to try to score 30? And yes, he is. Oh, he's going to get his opportunity.
He has his 30, Phil.
Oh, yeah?
Because remember the last time down he hit a bucket.
Push for 32.
Right.
All right, I think he's going to come out of the game as Barilla is there at the line. Let's see if they give him... I'll be interested if they give him 2 and 1-on-1. Okay, Mike Feltz has done the right thing because he was passing the basketball, and they gave him the 1-on-1, the 1 in the bonus.
With this kid, it shouldn't make any difference.
No, it makes no difference. This is signaling 2. Well, it makes a difference. If he misses the first one, he doesn't get the second one. So they're going to have a tough time getting to 100 now. It's 77-40 with 3:51 to go. Brad Virtue with the basketball. Looks over to, it's thrown away by Aaron Miller. And Miller comes up the court, and he'll take it to the basket. Up and in by Aaron Miller. Never say never because it's still a possibility. 79-40 your score now. Oh, and he's bringing 2 more people off the bench.
Maybe Arlette missed this, Phil, because he knew he was coming out. He's trying to get out of the ball game.
And the shot is up, and it's missed, and it comes down with Crusaders with the basketball, and Benji Claus drives into the paint, and he is fouled. And it's time to call off the look, folks. And into the basketball game comes Frank Lawyer. Now he's going to replace Claus. But let's see, Mark Barilla comes in. He replaces Arlette. Tell me. Okay. And Jeff Geika has entered the Madonna lineup. And Claus misses everything. He looked more like Mrs. Claus or Santa Claus because he didn't even hit rim on the free throw. And the second one is up and it bounces around and comes out, but they come down with a rebound. I think it's Phil Howard, and he puts the shot no good, but Urso comes down with it. And Jeff Geika into the Madonna lineup. And let's see, Ryan Virtue can take a 3-point shot up the good for Ryan Virtue. And Ryan has scored the first varsity points of his Madonna career. That's Ryan Virtue right here with 3:05 to go in the fourth quarter of a 79-43 game, unfortunately. And the Crusaders with the basketball. Now they elect to run some time off the clock. Well, okay. And Barilla will take the 3-pointer up, no good, and it hits the top of the backboard, and Mike Feltoshi alertly says, oh, wait a minute. And I think Benji Claus might have missed that on purpose. Well, I don't know. He couldn't have missed. He may be the first one, but second one, he comes out of the game, and Lawyer comes in to replace him. So on the court now, you have Aaron Miller, Mark Barilla, Danny Lewis, Phil Howard, and Frank Lawyer. And for the Blue Dogs, you have Jeff Geika, Ryan Virtue, Russell Berger, Jared Smith, who just took another basket,
And Vince Russo. 79-45 your score, 2:26 to go here in the basketball game. I don't have to say regulation because believe me, folks, this one is not going into OT. And Danny Lewis, or no, is it Lewis? He'll take a shot from the right elbow and it hits the backboard. He banks it in. And I'm telling you, whenever these guys are thrown up tonight, it is gone for the Crusaders. And Jared Smith takes the shot. He is fouled by Danny Lewis, or by Phil Howard. Whatever they put up is gone. I mean, it's just one of those nights. Put a Madonna blue on.
You get in those games, Phil. You've coached them. You've been in them. You can't get out there and put the ball in the bucket for the team. Some of those shots were open, and then it just seems like when Central came down, whether this be their home floor and they're using everything was dropping.
What's happened? And Smith will be at free throw. This is the first free throw. Troy Dennis enters the Crusader lineup. And he's still the guy sitting over there with his head. He must have really got Frank upset about stuff. He's got to come into the basketball room. And he missed the second one. And out on the floor goes Dennis. And you're not going to get that call now. I'm sorry. But you're looking for a walkie call. You're not going to get it. Bill Palista got a card game tonight, folks. Well, this game's out of hand. And let's see. Lawyer is going to be fouled. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. I thought somebody said timeout, but I guess they didn't. Minute 56 to go. 81-45 your score. The Crusaders lead the Blue Dons. And Lawyer's shot is up no good. He misses just a little bit short. And Lawyer's second shot. And it is up and good. It's 82-45. And up the floor comes Russell Berger. Berger with the basketball. It's to Ryan Virtue, and Virtue back to it up, thrown away this time by Lawyer, and he's going against Virtue, and he gets it to Barilla, who misses the bunny, and I guess that's why he didn't start tonight. And Urso comes up with the basketball and gets it all the way up the court to Jared Smith, who gets it to Jeff Geico. He'll put it up, no good. Rebound taken down by Barilla, and he's going all the way up the hoop, and he misses again. Looking for a foul, I'm telling you, don't look for it. And a timeout called by the Blue Dons with 1:17 to go. Here in the basketball game, 82-45 your score. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
It's brief from Craft Haven. And Craft Haven has new ribbon in for Valentine's Day and Easter. Get an early start on all your Easter crafts. Whatever the occasion, Craft Haven has what you need to make it a little more special. Craft Haven in the Kmart Shopping Plaza in Weirton.
And back here, and the Blue Dons take a shot and miss, and the Crusaders come down with the rebound. And into the basketball game is Dave Rice, the 11th man on the 12-man team of the Crusaders, and the ball thrown away, but gotten back by Lewis, and Lewis gets it out to Dennis, and he's going to be fouled by Jared Smith here with 44 seconds to go. This is one I'd just rather forget about. I'm sure George Vargo would much rather forget about more than me. As it's 82-45 your score. Unbelievable. The Blue Dons just completely ran into a buzzsaw here as Troy Dennis has hit the first free throw. And he'll get a number 2 free throw, and he takes the second one, and he has hit the second one. No, he misses, and they come down with a rebound. And they missed the bunny shot, and they come down with a rebound. Seems like that's what we've been saying all night. Crusaders with the rebound. Danny Lewis with the basketball, and he's going to be fouled. Let's see who the foul is going to be called. It's irrelevant at this point in time. What are you calling these things for?
Jeff Geico, Phil.
As I am, too.
You're getting his name on there, right?
I'm with Phil. What are you calling this foul for out here, Michael? No blood, no foul. Let's get it over with. It's a free throw, 84-45. And the second shot will go up and no good, or good, as it's 85-45 now. That 40-point lead, that's for the Crusaders.
But to give credit where credit's due, Frank did substitute, and he's got everybody into the game now. As Jared Smith takes something no good. Rebound by Urso, and Urso puts it up and in. Presents Urso with 21 seconds to go. And Russell Berger coming over to say hello to us. And the basketball ring, I get it, Bill. I got it. Here's the basketball. There we go. I think it was on Russell Berger. Okay. And Dennis will be at the free throw line. He puts the first one up and in. 86-47. They want it to be a 40-point game, apparently. And it's now a 39-point lead. Troy Dennis will get his second shot up and good. It's a 40-point ball game, 87-47. And Ryan Virtue will get the ball to Russell Berger. Berger with the basketball. And Berger looks, and gets it to Ryan Virtue. And Virtue is going to go into the paint, put the shot up, and it's no good. But a foul called, and Ryan Virtue will get his first 2 free throws in his varsity career here at Madonna. 7 seconds here, 87-47 your score. And Virtue's first shot is up and good. And the second shot from Ryan Virtue is up and no good. And the rebound taken down. Let's see who has it. Jared Smith came out of it. He puts the shot up and in. Why?
Hey, Phil, when a coach puts you in a ball game and you get your opportunity to play, you're going to get there and you...
That stuff's going to happen, and it's going to happen to you, and it's a shame, but these kids are good basketball players, and they'll come out of this. Trust me when I tell you, they're a good basketball team, and they haven't played up to their potential here the last 3 basketball. I can't say the last 3, but 2 of the last 3 anyhow. But, they'll be fine.
The free throws, Phil, couldn't have been any indication of the game either. Usually you get a lopsided win like this, you say, well, this other team shot 20 more foul shots than we did. Madonna was 11 for 17 from the free throw line, and Catholic Central was 19 for 28. So basically they only had 11 more shots. And 11 more does not make up, 37 points. So where they beat them was the field goal department, and they came out like a house on fire. And Madonna's just going to have to, I think what we're seeing here now, they have to learn how to play on the road. Most of their earlier victories came at home. 7 or 8 of their victories were at home. Then they went to Wellsville and lost. They went to Burgerstown and lost. They went to Steubenville Central and lost. Okay,
9 out of their 10 wins were at home.
9 out of their 10. So what's going to happen here is it's like, hey,